Hi there, this is Sam Manfer with your C-Level Selling Tips, Selling to CEOs, tip number 22. It's all about getting 100% of the business from 100% of your clients. Now, wouldn't that be a great thing? Now, we all know it's easier to get business from an existing client, although many sales companies really push the idea of getting new clients. There's no question you have to get new clients, but it's so much easier to get more business from your existing clients. And if you could get 100% from all your clients, what would that do for your sales? And it's easy if you become the preferred supplier. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Becoming the preferred supplier is relatively easy. The first step, all you got to do is make a sale. If you can make the first sale, and I've got all kinds of tips and things like that on how to make the first sale, getting to the right people, interviewing, presenting properly, differentiating. You make that first sale. Now what you do is you set up meetings. And setting up meetings is going to be relatively easy because the competitive frenzy's all over and people are going to be receptive to talk with you. And you want to set up meetings with the top level people, not necessarily the subordinates. I mean, you got to get to the top people. This is going to be your chance because, there's no threat anymore. You're not trying to compete. And you have to do your first meeting immediately after the close. And at that meeting, you want to determine expectations of each executive. Like what's going on, what do you expect as a result of this sale, as a result of what kind of benefits are you looking for, what's the schedule? And you have to ask them specifically, how will you measure my success or my company's success? Get that from each individual because that's going to be critical for you down the stream to get associated with the solution. The second meeting is that you're going to have progress reviews, especially if it's a long, drawn-out project, a few, 6 weeks, a few months, 18 months, things like that. If it's a sale, it's coming and going, then you don't have to have progress reviews. But if it's a little longer process, or it's a service that you're continuously providing, you want to get these progress reviews. Discuss the feelings, and feelings is a critical thing. How do you feel about our success, so far? How are we doing? And if they don't feel so good, then you're going to have to determine together what kind of corrections need to be made so that you can get them to be feeling good about it. So these progress reviews are extremely important. And then finally, conclusion meetings. Now, this is what most salespeople do not do. They don't have this conclusion meeting. And at a conclusion meeting, you want to be associated with the solution. You go in there, you ask them the question, how do you feel about our performance? They say, we feel good. Well, now it's your time to boast. Well, let me tell you what it took for us to really do this. The efforts, the experience, the expertise that we had to put into this to make this happen. Don't be shy here. This is your time to really boast. Otherwise, they think, this was slam dunk, this is what you get paid for, and you're nothing special. Okay? So, here's the common situation. You feel there's really no need for additional meetings. We're going to do our work, we're going to do it well, we know what the spec is and everything like that, and you assume you're doing fine. No one's complaining, and basically you're getting good feedback from the low-level people. And so you don't really establish any meetings, you don't really think you need to have any. But you do have meetings when there's problems. Okay, it's off schedule, the budget's going a little bit wrong, you're not, doing something or having some kind of problems. And what happens is then you get associated with the problem. And this is not a good position to be in. Those other meetings that I was talking about, the progress, the immediately after the close, and the conclusion meetings, you're going to start developing relationships. If you're only associated with the problems, then all the good news, the subordinate's going to get all the credit. And the executive is going to feel you're nothing special. There's no basis for a relationship or preferred status. So you're never going to be preferred. You're just going to be one of the bunch. Even if you do good work without those meetings, they're just going to think of you as, that's what we paid for, nothing special. And, you're just one of the bunch, and, you can bid on our next job. And you don't want to be there. You want that next job to be yours at your price, with no competition. You helped write the specs. You know what price to bid it at. So, these are the kinds of things you can get with a preferred status. So let me ask you some questions here. Check yourself. Our drill here, 4 is always, down to 0, never. Do you feel that doing good work will get you more work? How do you feel? Do you feel that's always the case, sometimes the case, never the case? Stop this anytime along the line and answer these, 4 to 0. Do you visit senior executives after the project or sales to tell what you did to make it successful? You know, how often do you go in after everything is done to get yourself associated with the solution? Always, sometimes, never. Do you believe your senior executives measure you on what the project specs ask for? You know, we did the project specs, we think we did okay. You know, do you feel that that's how the senior executives measure how well you did? How often do you feel that? Always is the case, sometimes, never. All right, here's the score. 2 minus 1 minus 3, and if you get a positive, that's good. And if you get a negative, I suggest you need to schedule more meetings, okay, to get some of these things, you know, get yourself, you know, considered a preferred vendor. Now here's where you can get some help on how to do it a little bit more easily, what to do, how to do it, and how to feel comfortable doing it. It's in this ebook number 22, Getting 100% of the business from 100% of your clients by becoming preferred. And here's what you get. An 8-page narrative, 3 complete strategies, and they're multi-part strategies and techniques to use, taken into the streets worksheet to prepare you and help you get ready for these meetings, and an application story to show you how it works in real life. Plus, there's a link there for a free ebook on getting past gatekeepers and handling blockers if you haven't already got it. There's a little box here. Click on this little box, and you'll get all of this. So, good selling. See you the next time.